Everyone, Sophia here from My Great Challenge. Welcome back to my channel and another quilting video. I'm doing Pat Sloan Sweet Dreams mystery quilt. If you are brand new, welcome. If you do not know what a mystery quilt is, basically you follow the link down below and you go to Pat Sloan's website. Every Wednesday she issues a new block for a final quilt with 18 blocks. So far we are on block number 10 and that's the one I'm going to show you today. It's all free of charge. All you have to do is print the instructions week after week for each individual block. And then at the end, once you have all 18, she shows you how to assemble it and you can go ahead and quilt it. It's a wonderful way to learn quilting. I'm hoping that these videos are not only entertaining and enjoyable to watch, but also instructional. I want to make sure that if you want to learn to quilt, you learn to quilt at the right pace. I am showing you step by step how to do this and sharing tips here and there. So we are doing block number 10, and block number 10 is actually not a block, it's a border. So remember, we finished all 9 blocks over here that were the center medallion, and today we are doing 2 borders. One border that's inner border, and then this border right here around it, and this one is called pastries. And as always, I've done it already. I'm recording the intro and outro afterwards. It is a little bit tricky. One of the things that I will talk about once I'm done was the difficulties that I had with this particular block and what you could have done instead if you encounter the same type of difficulty. So I will see you in a bit. As always, I'm starting with cutting my fabric and then we'll get started. So here's my center medallion, and what we're going to do is put the short ones on first and then we'll put the long ones. So short ones go top and bottom. So I have one right here, and then the other one goes on top. I don't know if you can see it from where you are, and then we'll add the long ones like this, and that's going to frame it. And I specifically use this color because one of my favorite block is the bear pearl looking one here, and it's got that blue, so it kind of echoes that color. And then For the rest, I have a whole bunch of different colors that are in those blues and greens, by the way. So let me do this first. We're going to start with the bottom ones, trim them, and then move to the sides. And again, we're sewing at a 1/4 inch seam. So let's start with the bottom one. Just put it right here. Actually, it would be easier if I flip it around, and I'll tell you why. Because the band is probably going to slide easier on the quilt as opposed to my having to go through all of the seams. Square them properly before I add the side borders. Okay, so here it is, center medallion, all framed, and I like it. I really like this blue. Actually, this blue I had purchased with this orange and a dark red and some white, which is this white, and I was going to do a Navarro type Native American quilt. Never got around to doing it, so I'm using it for this now. Okay, so we got to do the rest of the border, and the rest of the border is what appears to be something like 40 half square triangles. Okay, so here we go, ready to do the half square triangles. What do I need? I need 20 large square in one color and 20 large square in the background color, and then I need 4 smaller square, and these are going to be the corners. So I'm going to put them to the side because we're not dealing with those as of yet. What I'm making is half square triangle, 20 of them. It's going to give us 40 units. Alright, so half square triangle. If you're brand new, I'm going to show you how to do it. If you've been around for a minute and you've been watching me, you already know how to do this, but let's give a break to the newbies here. Now I'm going to give you another tutorial again on half square triangles. You're putting your 2 squares, one of each color, right side to right side. Okay, make sure you are right side to right side. For this fabric, it's easy to find out. All right, and then you're going to draw a line from corner to corner. This doesn't write a lot, but anyway, here's your line. And you're sewing on both sides at a 1/4 inch seam from here and here. Then you cut it in the middle, and when you unfold it, it's going to give you another square that's going to have both colors. Alright, so I have 20. So here goes, and in order to go faster, I'm just going to chain them, which means that I'm going to do all of the right side stitches first, and then I'll do the left side, and I'm not moving my needle. Okay, so let's go. You'll see what it means. I have 40. So now we got to square them. So again, I'm going to show you how to square a half square triangle. Here's one half square triangle, and this is what's called a tucker trimmer. And I have to tell you, I love this. It's one of my favorite tools. So you pick, they have to be 3.5. So you pick the 3.5, and you see how it already has a diagonal. So what you do is that you match the diagonal on yours. And you're going to cut here and here because that's extra. Oops. And you flip it the other way. Now you're going to align the 3.5 here and here. Make sure this is on the diagonal, and everything else that's outside you let go of. And now you have a perfectly square 3.5 by 3.5 half square triangle. And here goes. All 40 of them are trimmed. Be prepared, that's a lot of trimming. These are all the little bits and pieces that were cut off. So now we're ready to go on assembly. Okay, moving on. We're almost done. We're going to make these units here. And to do that, you're going to take one of those half square triangle with the white going down. And you're going to take another one with the white going down. Okay, you're basically making like a sail or roof, whatever you want to call it. And then this one goes on top of this one. Whoops. And you're sewing right here at 1/4 inch. Now, my advice to you is to flip it this way and start the sewing from here, because this is a flat part. And you're just going to go and sew right over here. If you start on this corner, chances are your needle is not going to be able to move, and the feeding dogs won't be able to grab the fabric. So you're going to make all the units. So once you have all your units done, don't forget to press them. All right, you're going to do this. You're going to add them to one another, and you're going to do 4 lengths of 5 units. But 2 of those lengths you will add 1 square like this at the end, and those are going to be the corners. So that's going to give us 2 lengths, 2 that are short and 2 that are long. The 2 long will each have 1 of those at the end. Okay, remember these have to be 5, so you take 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and make little stacks, so that way you don't end up sewing more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's stack number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That's stack number 3. 1, 2. Oh, see, I'm missing one. How many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one has 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. All right, so 1, 2, 3. And then these two I have to make now. Okay, so I'm ready to assemble. So remember, we have two short sides that do not have the square at the bottom, and we have two long sides with a square on each side, and those we assemble later on. We got to do the short ones first. So I'm putting those to the side, and I'm going to assemble these. Yay, I did it! Look at this! I really like this. I think it looks great. Okay, I'm gonna tell you where my problems were. It wasn't a knee in a border, but this outer border here, you have to make sure this one is perfect. So I'm just showing you because it's perfect. You got to make sure this one lines up exactly with this one, and that they are just at the point of the blue. Let's look at another one. This one right here, look at this, beautiful. This one, I'm off. Not by much, but a little bit. And then the last one, I'm off by a little bit too. So the choice is undo the whole thing and redo it, or leave it alone. And I'm going to leave it alone. So what you want to do is to make sure once you put them together and you have the one with the corner one right here, that you are really aligned right here on this particular seam, and that you are aligned right here on this particular seam. Okay, and if you're not, you need to adjust. Another way of doing this, so if you're having a hard time doing this and you're getting all frustrated, please don't be. Try to undo it, and then just undo all the way up to these right here, and then just do two rectangle, a white rectangle here and a white rectangle here, and they can overlap, and then you add this big square of your contrasting fabric. You flip it this way, so the square would go like this, right? And then you sew right there in diagonal, making sure that your diagonal hits that point right there. You cut out 1/4 inch right here, you flip this over, and then you press it. And remember, this whole piece here would be a single piece. If you're having a hard time, I recommend that you still try to do it the right way, or the way she has designed it. And then if it's still too difficult, you can do all sorts of different designs. You can just take this one here and do the same thing here and there. So you would have this kind of like a key here in the corner, like an L shape. I don't want you to get frustrated. There's a lot of ways of figuring out patterns and how to make your quilt work for you. This is not set in stone. I know there's a lot of people, for instance, who did not do this particular corner. They did something totally different. So it's up to you. If you're having a hard time, I'm giving you an idea of what you could do. Okay? So this is block number 10, and I love it. So again, this was block number 10, and I gotta tell you, I really like this color with this color. So for block number 11, we're doing a bunch of checkers block on top. And what I'm going to do is repeat some of the fabrics that I have in the center medallion. So that would be an echo, and that way they will tie in together. But anyway, it's starting to be too big for me to hold for a picture, but that's about it. So you tell me down below, do you like this? I'm doing something completely different in terms of colors. Most everybody on the website is posting their pictures and are doing kind of like within the same hue or color family. I wanted to do bold and all over the place, more like my personality. And so far, I really like it. It's a fun quilt. It really is. So I'm going to say goodbye. Comment down below. Let me know how you did with yours. And if you are doing this quilt along with me, please continue to send me pictures. I have a gallery at the end of everybody's pictures so far that I've received. If I missed you because I couldn't find your pictures, I don't really check my Facebook Messenger. So you're better off sending it to either my email at mygreatchallenge@gmail.com or on Instagram at mygreatchallenge, because on Facebook I don't really check that. But if you did and I forgot or I didn't know, I apologize, but I'm adding people every week, and that would be it. So don't forget to subscribe right here in the corner if you don't want to miss another episode, in particular block number 11 coming up next Wednesday. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram and Facebook at My Great Challenge, My Great Challenge gift for channel merch, and Frenchie and Tubby on Etsy for vintage finds. I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey, it's me, and guess what? Click that thumbs up if you really like this video. Thumbs down twice if you didn't. You can also share my video if you really liked it, or save it to watch later. Also, you can subscribe to my channel, but don't forget to click that bell button so you are always notified when I post a new video. Thank you for watching.